This is Matt with ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and I'm just sitting down here to talk through today's rehearsals, for day 3 of rehearsals, semi-final 2, first half. And I will say, I'm going to start with the spoiler right away. What a great day this was. So many competitive stagings, and we only saw a glimpse of what's going to happen because we saw pictures and clips. So I want to walk with you through just a quick summary of my thoughts of the 8 performances, as well as my personal winners based on what we have available. Now, I did already separate videos for each country that are on the channel. Feel free to check those out in terms of, the details and some of the specifics, as well as plenty of pictures. So you have all of that. But for now, let's talk them through real quick, one by one. Not much else to say. So Austria, Malta is the first country to rehearse today. Zari, Bonnici, loop. Not a kind of music that I usually listen to. I don't usually like the girl bops entries unless they're really well done. And there are lots of famous ones that we've had at Eurovision that done really well. I will not say names because people get upset when I make comparisons. So, but all the ones that are out there. There are more than one. So the point is, from a staging perspective, I think, and choreography, Zari is doing really great. Lots of hair flipping, lots of dancing, lots of moving around, and from what we can see, lots of close-up shots. No anything props related, it's just 4 dancers and her doing a lot of movements, a lot of stuff, and if you like that kind of music and that genre, you should be thrilled. I think Malta could do potentially a whole lot better than people think, especially with opening this. Now, I know that people sleeping on it a little. It's not considered a qualifier right now. I'm curious to see how the betting odds will change, but my first impression was positive. I think this was actually done well, and now we need to wait for the actual camera work. But no, Malta, don't count them out. Don't count your chicken until they hatch, they say, right? Or until the fat lady sings, or all the other expressions that are out there. So anyways, Malta, pretty good first impression for me, even though it's not my kind of song. I think the staging nailed it. They look great, and yeah, that's all there is to it. Now, the next one is Albania, and unfortunately, they were the second to rehearse, and I keep forgetting some of the pictures and some of the staging because it was not a very remarkable staging. I know Albania has a small budget, so they didn't use a whole lot of, or any props for that matter. So the song and the staging itself, they keep just being erased from my memory. That's not a good sign. She has a good voice, and she has backup singers, and the dancers do most of the leg work while she's just standing statically in the center of the stage. I'm sure there's some movement, and she's interacting with the dancers, but it's really nothing like that really, I could say, just based on the pictures and the clip that I've seen, that jumped at me as being like, oh my god, this is so memorable. And except for her outfit, and people maybe said that for the wrong reasons. I didn't dislike it as much as others, but it is distracting. And the 2 outfits that are a little bit distracting because I get stuck on all these chains that are hanging around her. So I am not necessarily like the one that says this has the biggest impact. And with the song itself not being the most impactful one, I'm a little worried what I've seen so far. So maybe the camera work will change my opinion. But Albania is just kind of under the radar for me at this point. And Greece, even if I try to make them under the radar, it's impossible. It is so loud and in your face, you cannot ignore it. I call it a beautiful hot mess, the arrangement of the song, because, it's a lots of Greek sounds just squeezed into 3 minutes, and they're just having fun with it. And I'm glad they decided to not go over the top with the staging in terms of props and items and stuff like that. Just 4 dancers and her being really close to the camera almost at all times. It's all about the movement, but it's a 3-minute dance break basically, and I am enjoying what I've seen so far. There's a lot of twirling of, not a lot, but at least a moment where they twirl scarves and all of that stuff, and at points colorful backdrops, but it seems it's not just that. And the direction so far, even though there are no props, you can see they know what they're doing. Singing is not as big of a thing here in the song because it's a lot of talky, lower notes. I'm not saying that you can be off, because you can. But overall, I think Greece has something here, and I was quite impressed. The only thing I didn't care for, that's just a personal thing, was the outfit, especially the bottom part, because it's very puffy and not a flattering look. But this is a minor thing, and some people like it, I'm sure. And if needed, they could always change that. But other than that, I'm pretty happy. The next one is Switzerland, Nemo, The Code, the current betting odds favorite. So a lot was going on, and people had opinions about the outfit. Very purpley, flamingo colored, like he ate too much shrimp. They ate too much shrimp, still learning the pronoun, and bring a big prop. A lot of people didn't like the outfit. I love the idea of the contrast of very pink, bright eye-catching outfit with a dark, cold backdrop makes Nemo really be the focal point of the performance. So that is very clever. I agree, I don't necessarily kind of the cut of it, because when they jump, it just looks a little odd to me. But maybe on the camera, that will be different. Now, in terms of the prop, it's not fun being in the arena seeing this, right? Because it's all about Nemo working with that prop and working with the camera to give it really cool layers and depth and illusion of what they're doing on stage. So just seeing it from like somewhere else, it's not as exciting, but I have a feeling it's going to look really good on camera, only because that's exactly all they're doing. A prop like that just doesn't do much in the arena. So withhold your final judgment. Switzerland still on my radar, so I hope they're not going to drop in the betting odds just because we have not seen the full potential of the staging. So hold your horses on that. Next up was Czechia. And Czechia, a song that I like very, very much. I was a little confused about the whole rehearsal, and there were a few things that stood out to me. Number one, the outfit is just not what I like. With those black pants pulled up to her chest, and then the chest looks like you can see it, even though I know it's just pretend skin colored, but it looks like you can actually see her breasts, and it's a little distracting. I'm not a prude, and it's more like you stop focusing on the performance and the song, and you just keep staring. And so the outfit was not to my liking personally, so that was distracting. I feel, as I understand, the song is angry, loud, and frustrating, right? The emotions, the colors kind of reflect that, but almost too much. Only because I feel, as based on what we've seen, the colors are too dark, and it really sucks you into this negativity almost, and anger, and some anger is fine, but if you just the only emotion you're going to give us, it may backfire. But we have not seen the whole thing, but we've seen several pictures and we saw the video, and it's just makes me a little nervous seeing that. Third, I watched the clip, and thank you, Czech team, for giving us 20 seconds or so just of one shot, no edits, and we could actually get a little better idea. I do think she sang a little soft and low during the verses, and then picked it up during the chorus a little bit, so hopefully that will also come up a little. It's the first rehearsal, so they're saving their voice oftentimes, so I'm going to be withholding judgment completely on that. But those are the things that stood out to me. But I do love that they came in with a concept on what they're trying to do, because with the 5 stages of grief presentation. So I just have no other choice but to hope for the best and be optimistic, because they know what they're doing. It sounds like it. Hopefully it'll come together. But yeah, there were a few things that stood out to me that I'm a little concerned about. Then the next one on the list is Austria. So Austria I was really nervous about as well, because that genre failed at Eurovision on several occasions. But this time around, the staging was just fantastic. Raving in a warehouse, and it's very dark and white, and only her orange hair stands out. And I know I sound like a hypocrite for pointing out Czechia being too dark, while Austria, I'm celebrating it, but the difference is Austria's going for the rave, happy, exciting feel, and the emotion that comes from Czechia is angry and frustrated, and that you cannot do for too long, I don't think. So I think it sounded good, and it looked amazing. I love when a prop that's being brought along actually serves a purpose rather than just sitting there looking cool, right? It has lasers, and it's also a 3-minute dance break. I'm all here for it. Vocally, in that clip that we saw, it sounded good. So Austria, I'm taking a big sigh of relief, because that was quite impressive. I'm very, very happy. I'm also very happy with Denmark, a song that's not really on my radar, because also we knew they're going to bring the national final performance over, to the big stage, but they elevated to the Malmo stage, to the Eurovision, and made it 10 times better. Like, this is amazing how different just all these changes. The beautiful LED backdrop with them dancing to, like, the mirror effect, like where she's basically choreographing with her LED reflection, and then the sand comes out, and it just looks beautiful. Especially with the lights coming in and the smoke really filling up the stage, and her standing on the pedestal, whatever it is, no pun intended. It looks fantastic. I did not expect that. So Denmark, also a fantastic rehearsal, and I think this is going to keep them in contention to qualify, because I know it's been a little tricky for them. So I'm very happy with what I saw with Denmark. Armenia closing out the semi today, not at the actual semi, because it's they're number 8 out of 16 in that semi, bringing in the happiness, the uplifting cheerfulness, and I had high expectations, because I like the song and I wanted to have happy tunes and a happy staging, and boy did they deliver. The few times where yellow stage works with golden, red, orange lighting as well. We haven't seen the whole thing, but with the props and them standing on top of everything, playing instruments, spinning around, and just dancing and being just careless, almost carefree. Not careless, careless sounds kind of rude. Carefree. I just love the feeling, absolutely. And I think they really captured what this song Spirit's about so well, just based on that. And I can only imagine what the actual camera work will look like, and the LEDs with the chicken, the dancing, and all of the other things that are happening is so much fun. It's so cool. Come on, the people will go crazy over this. We need this at Eurovision, and I'm so happy that Armenia is delivering. What a great rehearsal. What a great first impression. Wow. So, as I said, what a great first half of semifinal 2, which just really impressed me. It was a really good day of rehearsals, and it made me picking a top 3 very difficult. And this top 3 is not based on personal taste of the songs that I like, but based on first impressions. And it pains me to leave some of them out, but I have to do something, right? So the country that I'm putting in third place based on good first impressions is Greece. And Greece, out of all the ones I'm mentioning, has also the potential to climb up the most, only because it is so camera heavy focused that, you know, we don't get the entire feel of the song. But just what I saw so far, I was like, okay, Greece, not playing around, it looks really good. So I'm excited to see the camera work in a few days. The country I'm putting in second place based on this impression today is Austria, a song that I like very much, and I had low expectations on, actually, and they by far exceeded those expectations. And this is something Austria can be really proud of, and I feel so much better about qualification at this point, just based on this. Once we see the whole thing, of course, this is a disclaimer, I'm not set in this is not for me like the final product, but good first impression, and that's my ranking, what my ranking is based on. But my number 1 is the last song of the night today, Armenia. I needed this uplifting spirit. I needed the lights. I needed the energy just gave me life. And this is how you perform a song. And I'm in heaven. I'm in Eurovision heaven. This is what I want from rehearsals. And this is one of the ones I'm really looking forward to see the whole package. Armenia, not that you should be too surprised, but see you in the finals. That was fantastic. So those are my opinions of today's rehearsals. Now it's your time to tell me, who were your favorites and why? Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.